So what's up, y'all? And Queenie will start the show off how we regularly start the show. So at this point, I gotta talk to you. This is unscripted raw. I'm betting big. What you doing? I'm betting big. What you doing? If you in this family, if you in this group right here, if you running with me, we are gonna set the new standard for our family. That's what we doing. Ain't no I'm gonna be the wealthy sibling like it's cap. It's not cap. I don't call myself the wealth mentor because it's cap. It's not cap. I really go out here and mentor kids. I really go out here and spend the time, money, and effort into building my portfolio. Learning, spending $5,000 on courses, $10,000 on equipment, on education, formal or informal. I'm betting big on me. What you doing? I couldn't even do the regular show. I couldn't even do the scheduled show, right? I had a whole plan outline. The world hit me left because I think they needed me to say this to you. I'm betting big on me. What you doing? Because all that, we ain't selling pipe dreams and wolf tickets in 2025. We doing what we said we gonna do. We betting big. What you doing? Now let me really tell you what that mean. That mean on the market side, because I'm a real investor. I don't even just call myself a trader. I invest privately, publicly, or otherwise. I run my portfolio out here. On the private side, because I so believe in so much in my community and the power of my dollar, my community's dollar, the black dollar, let me say it to you in case you didn't understand what I was saying. I believe so much in my community and quote unquote the black dollar. I put my money behind black companies. There was I wanted this to be a case study because this is an example of how far we can go. And if we keep sticking to the plan of saying that we want to be the wealthy relative, the wealthy siblings, and we change the direction of our families and community, but we betting big. I bet big on black bread. Now, whether you like it or not, this was before the whole public fiasco with Target. But in regards to the sentiment, I watched a black-owned company bet big on themselves and get bold enough, get strategic enough to get on the shelves of a what you call a major branded superstore, right? Now, what was our duty if we call ourselves the wealthy relative, the wealthy siblings, the people who are going to be successful, and we successful people direct people who want to be successful. So us not only just as wealthy siblings and the wealthy people of our family, also the rest of the community put our 1.5, if not 2.2 trillion dollars of spending power behind black commodities that we use every day. We eat bread. Who don't make French toast? Uh, you know what I'm saying? Who don't make flatbread? Like what we talking about? We invented the barbecue. Oh, what you know as the barbecue today. Let me attract that for the historians. We culturally made the trend of barbecuing a thing. Nobody barbecues better than black people. And what you use on your hot links, hot dogs, broths, burgers, bread was already in the dough. That's just one example, right? That's just one. At this point, I already said another one is I believe that I have a strong fan base, so I support a community as such, right? I support a platform as such because I bet big on what I see work, what I believe will work. And when you're talking about a group of people who built things, built countries, built places, built cities, built brands, why wouldn't I bet on me or people who look like me. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? So I say that to say what decisions you gonna make before 2025 is over with. If you join in my group, if you join in my family, we get wealthy over here. What you doing? It said in the title, we get wealthy over here. What you doing? We invested in Microsoft. We invested in the video. We invested in VOO. We invest. What we talking about? What we doing? Putting portfolios off the back end of the S&P 500. What we talking about? That's what we doing over here. Taking courses, classes, building curriculums. Because when you talk about why I speak, why Marcel speaks, aka Marcel Griffin, founder of Griffin Speaks LLC. When I talk to try and get you to listen. When I talk because you need a mentor for a minute. So let me mentor you for a minute, right? You see, I did that. You need to understand that no matter if you're going into your career, entrepreneurship, or otherwise, it's money out here. There's money out here that you can get to that can make you successful, that can make you wealthy, that don't cost your life. That you got power and wealth and ease, right? And this. It's just where you want to go about it, what you believe, and how we gonna get to it. So when I say when I sleep knowing that I have a floor of the best 6-figure, 8-figure companies a person can buy that is growing the back end of my dollar. So my investment portfolio was probably the best savings account I've ever had. Let me say that again because I don't think y'all caught that. My investment portfolio is the best savings account I've ever had. Shout out to the high yield savings accounts though, because those are a thing, right? And you do earn a percentage of money on the dollar that's in the. I have one of those as well, but we talking about the traditional ones that people say still outperforming, if not pacing, the market year over year, both ends, front end and back end. I told you I'm betting big on me and mine. What you doing? Win, lose, or draw at this point. That's what we doing over here. And it's on my heart and say this in every fashion because just kills me to get news like this, but I have to keep showing up for y'all. I don't call myself the wealthy mentor or the wealth mentor for no reason. It's not cap. I'm not just saying that. I've been an activist, became a mentor because I already been through the trenches. I've already lost my friends who have kids, who had other family members and friends who loved them. They gone. I had just celebrated the memorial of one of my eldest friends 2 days ago. So I became the wealth mentor because I truly wanted to keep, if I could do all that in the cities in America and get as many of my young mentees off these corners, off these streets, girls and boys, are we doing that? Because I remember when I was 18 and I found out my bro Cedric, who had, when I tell you, he had all the potential out of all of the guys to truly become successful and talented in his career field. I didn't know nothing that Sarah couldn't do, bro. He fixed cars. He was in college. Like, you know what I'm saying? He went to school. Like, he was a promising young black man in our neighborhood. And he got took from gun violence before he had the opportunity to bet big on himself. My homie Cool, who died 2 years later, I'll never forget that, bro. I remember exactly what he was wearing. Pretty much the last time I seen him. He was wearing all white. We had this like 5-10 minute conversation because our friends at the moment was at odds and people seeing me a particular way. And he told me, he said, bro, everybody duty to our what we call our hood, is different. Everybody's role in life is different. But as long as we continue to grow each other, that's what matters in the end. As long as we put each other on, that's what matters in the end. Be here for each other, that's what matters in the end. Because you got to realize we have been knowing each other since we was like 12, bro. We 20 at the time. You know what I'm saying? And he had on all white. And he drove off on his after we had this conversation, because that's how I know, like, to an extent, he was always my I knew he was my friend. You know what I'm saying? I knew he was like, bro, I want you to go be successful. It's not about what we doing, it's about what you doing. And he was like, go bet big on you, bro. And I'm talking about, and I seen him do that in his career. It's like when I tell you he spent money on great camera equipment, audio, production. Like, he really put money behind his dream, bro. I'm cut from a cloth where we do that. We put the money on the wood because it's good. Like, we do that when it comes to our dream and what we want, where I'm from. So when I say, when I ask this question to you, for everybody who follow me and subscribe and all that, I'm betting big. What you doing is for you to understand that this ain't time to play. This is time for you to go all in on your dream. Put all that other stuff to the side. It's not the time for that. Time is to decide who you want to be for yourself, your family, and your future. That's what we doing. What career do you actually want? Or how you gonna set your sights in doing that? Because that's what we doing. As always, I appreciate y'all. Um, yeah, thank you. Thank you. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna come back with some fire. We're gonna come back with some more guests, putting everything together. This episode is strictly from the heart. I got some other stuff on the back end working for y'all. I just really had to have a conversation with the people who we own this journey together. We told ourselves, we made about ourselves, our children, because I got god kids, family members, that we gonna be the wealthy siblings, that we gonna be the wealthy relatives, the successful relatives. But that take for you to bet on yourself, man.